Bulavanaka, Namaste, and Assalamu Alaikum. This is Ambassador Joseph Cella. As another part of recognizing, honoring, and celebrating Native American or American Indian Heritage Month, I would like to share a brief family reflection with you and also showcase a fixture we have here in the lobby of the United States Embassy in Suva, which will forever remain, honoring the rich cultural tapestry of Native Americans in the United States. During my Senate confirmation hearing in May of 2018, I spoke of my intent to delve into the rich history and diverse cultures of all of the island nations I'm accredited to. And I've greatly enjoyed thoroughly doing so, along with my beloved wife Kristen and our dear 7 children since we arrived, and which we continue to do. The family reflection I would like to share with you is that the 5th great-grandmother on Kristen's mother's side was a full-blooded Potawatomi Indian whose name was Little Snipe. She gave birth to a girl whose father was a French-Canadian fur trapper, and they named her Marie Whitefeather Gouin. Here is a photograph of Whitefeather, and here is a photograph of the beautiful beaded and buckskin papoose carrier, or baby carrier, which Whitefeather made to carry her 7 children in. Kristen, her mother, and our children saw the papoose carrier for the first time several years ago when they toured a museum near our home in Michigan. Whitefeather was born in 1790 and died in 1852. Now to the fixture in the embassy. I'd like to showcase to you, reading from a profile you will see here in the display case in our lobby. American Indians are the indigenous peoples of the Western Hemisphere. This term especially refers to the indigenous peoples of the United States of America. Over the thousands of years they have inhabited the land, they have developed into hundreds of diverse tribes and nations, each with unique characteristics that define and set apart one tribe from another. Social organization was largely based on family. Women usually took responsibility for young children, the home, and the cultivation of plants, while men frequently hunted, traveled for trade, or worked as laborers. Housing and food were adapted to the environment around them. Thus, some tribes were mainly agricultural, staying rooted in one place all year round, while other tribes hunted and followed the source of their food. Native Americans are known for their unique crafts, very beautiful crafts, such as handmade pottery and corn husk dolls, seen here, that is in our display case. Clothing was functional and distinctive. Where weather was cold, traditional shoes known as moccasins were made with hard soles and lined with animal fur, rising up to the knees. Where the weather was warm, moccasins were made like these, also seen here in our display case. Most Native Americans believe in a spiritual force that is the source of all life. This is shown in their traditions and folklore. Many American Indians' folk tales are fables pointing out a moral. Others are simply exciting or amusing stories. Storytelling preserved culture. Elders endlessly repeated stories and tested children to ensure accuracy for future generations. One of the classic images of American Indians is a Plains warrior in his feathered headdress, also seen here in our display. Each feather on the headdress was earned when the warrior performed truly brave acts. Often one would have to earn his first feather before he would be considered to be an adult in the tribe. He would wear only 1 or 2 of his most treasured feathers going into battle, and the rest would go onto a pole to walk with on special occasions. And when he collected 30 or more feathers, he would have enough to begin a headdress. Only men were involved in the handling of feathers and the making of the headdresses. Indian chiefs were not bestowed with great headdresses like a king is given a crown. Rather, they earned every single feather in those bonnets through brave acts, and it is in fact because of their bravery and the honor of their actions that they were then elected chiefs. American Indians' rich and lively traditions add to the great cultural color and vibrancy of the United States of America. Thank you for your time and attention. God bless.